Hey, where are my lyrics? Sad boys. Let's get going. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BandLab Plus Coffee. It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent BandLab track. Today, we've got a fresh release from GlassGarden and Oshikiri. It's Kagome with GlassGarden by Oshikiri and GlassGarden. So without further ado, to the lab!
Let the music unlock your heart. It's time to collaborate. You're part of the family.
It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent BandLab track. It's Kagome with GlassGarden over here on the lab. The track was dropped on Oshikiri's page, that's at OSHI_KIRI, reppin' 8.26 thousand followers out of Cincinnati, Ohio. You've seen him on this show before. And the track is put together by GlassGarden, that's at GlassGarden. The track itself was just released yesterday. In fact, I think under 24 hours ago, and it's got almost 700 plays, 106 likes, 75 comments, which is right where it should be because, spoiler alert, it's phenomenal. The description says, with GlassGarden, and then hashtags. So that's that. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Hey, where are my lyrics? Sad boys.
Can't sleep, monsters come out at night.
Nice.
Bad dreams wake up in your eyes. Really when I think about my life, I wonder why I'm so damn scared to die.
Fair.
See me for the man that I've become. See right through everything you hide inside of you.
That guitar riff. Using the guitar for the percussion. I like that.
Can't sleep, the monsters come out at night. Bad dreams wake up, open your eyes.
That lick almost sounds like Beautiful Soul by Jesse McCartney.
Falling further from what we are. This is wrong. This broke down hearts. I have no will to move on. Tell me if it's make believe. I can feel the pressure. It's breaking what's left of me.
Listen to those strings put in work.
I'm not strong enough. No.
Tossing in my bed, replaying every word we said.
Really big crushed or overdriven vocals for that background.
What's wrong with your whole life? All that I can guess.
You're always going to get this really clean vocal sound from GlassGarden.
You kept yourself restrained. You're so wrong.
There you go. He's got this do it again until you get it right mentality. And then Oshi coming in with that heavy auto-tune, letting us know that it's not only not dead, it's a vibe. Okay. More of those filtered vocals mixed with that dry sound. Soft to bring us into this loud chorus. Cymbal swell. Those background vocals. That's right, and then we're gonna bring it out softly, just like we brought it in. Dadgum. And of course we cut it off, right? That's the end of the song. We don't need any more. This was succinct, well put together at 2:39. You're gonna get what you came for. Not only that, but you're gonna get a few surprises with the heavy auto-tune. Don't let anyone deter you from auto-tune. You just have to use it correctly. Here we have an instance of Oshi using it correctly. You get your heavy auto-tune mixed with your dry. How do I want to put this? This is not a softer vocal from GlassGarden. This is an emotional vocal from GlassGarden. the emotional vocal from Oshi gives me those really great 2018-19 Travis Barker mixing with a bunch of punk bands vibes that was really bringing the punk genre back to life, because you have the genre of mumble rap, which brought autotune back to the forefront of hip hop the way that it was in the early 2000s with people like T-Pain. Now, before you get mad at me for conflating autotune and mumble rap with T-Pain, just keep in mind that this begets this begets this. It's a chain reaction. So you have these people who are raised on this hip hop music from the early 2000s, and they take what they love and they begin to create their own music, and you begin to see that influence in the music. And then you have this resurgence of Blink-182 and Yellow Card and bands that we were all in love with, but maybe younger generations don't know yet. So we have this mumble rap sound, this really heavy mumble rap sound, but then we bring it to an emotional or emo/punk sound, and we put those things together to create this entirely new thing. And we've got this really great marriage of punk pop and emo. I guess you could call it punk rock, but I'm going to go with punk pop here. Feel free to debate in the comments. So, with that being said, let's move on to two things I love and one thing I want more of. The first thing I love in this track is the dynamic shift between the two vocalists. Oshikiri, like I mentioned before, brings in that really heavily auto-tuned emotional voice that is perfect for this style of music. Let's go ahead and get started with what he brings.
About my life, I wonder why I'm so damn scared to die. Why can't you see me for the man that I've become?
So not only do you have the heavy autotune, but something else that's marking Oshi's voice here that's a little bit different than Glass's, which we'll hear in a moment, is he's got a lot more of that high-mid frequency range going on. Sometimes that's harsh, but it sounds like it's been tamed with the EQ, which just gives us the sound of the high-mid frequency. So if I had to choose, I would say that he's rocking, really close to that 1200 to 2000 range with some of those prominent consonant sounds. And that's really great, because if you can get into that range without being harsh or and then a little further up sibilant, then what you get is you get this really readable sound, because our ears hear those sounds, which is what can make them harsh if they're overdone. Our ears pick up on that frequency range really well. So I love the fact that we're able to tame the harshness, but also get that frequency range really pushing through to give us Oshi's signature sound. And when you couple that with the compression in the overdrive or whatever kind of saturation we're really crushing it with, whether it's just riding hard on the mic or actually using a bit crusher or some kind of overdrive, we're getting this really neat dynamic sound that creates a situation where the vocal becomes an instrument, which is what autotune is really great at being used for. It's great at transforming your thoughts, feelings, emotions, poetry, when used correctly, into an additional instrument that really and truly adds to the track. Now, that being said, the difference between Oshi and GlassGarden is stark, but not stark in a sense that it takes you out of the track. Stark in a sense that you're like, oh yeah, this was really designed to move through this way. Let's take a listen. Some background vocals from him, but then he's going to come to the front.
Tossing in my bed, replaying every word we said. Did you just decide?
He's coming back to the "You Get Me" vocal style.
Wrong with your whole life. All that I can guess is you saw me as second best.
And you can see that he's really choosing to ignore those legible frequencies. And when I say legible, I mean in that harsh area. And he is really taming those. And it sounds like maybe compressing them to let his probably 800-ish shine through. So what you're getting from GlassGarden is you're getting what feels like a warmer vocal because it's in an entirely different area of the EQ spectrum than Oshi's vocal. It blends these vocals beautifully because they sort of bleed but never step on each other. Glass never sounds like Oshi. Oshi never sounds like Glass. They're both doing very different things, but the track demands that because this is not only an emo track for Oshi's style emotional auto-tuned instrument vocal. This is also a punk pop track where you get the You Get Me vocals from GlassGarden. You Get Me is a release where he won a contest a while back. It's more pop, it's a little breathy, and it brings a, maybe not a sadness, but a contemplative nature to the track. And so while you have both of these styles that kind of converge on each other, they converge into this wave where they do not eclipse each other, but in fact fill in each other's blank spaces and create a full sound that was designed to be this experience. A great track and great vocals, and that is the first thing I love. The second thing I love is how this guitar, this acoustic guitar, is playing into a lot of these noises on the track. So you're getting some electronic, you're getting some acoustic, and again, the name of the game with this track is harmony. And you're getting all of these things that come together in this beautiful harmony. So let's start here towards... Actually, we're going to come here where we go into this bridge-like state. What you're going to hear here is you're going to hear so much here. What you're going to be able to hear and take a listen to is the acoustic guitar, the overdriven background vocal that acts as an instrument, and a couple of other tiny elements that give you some acoustic percussion, some electronic elements, and then you will listen to it swell into the chorus where they're going to add strings and the like. Really focus on that guitar. The guitar is the percussion. Cymbals swell. Suddenly we have bass, strings, and it's all mixing with that acoustic. So we started with that acoustic, swell into the chorus, add the strings, add the bass, and all of that. It becomes this great full sound for the instrumental. And I just cannot help but be enamored with this track. That is the second thing I love, is how this track truly comes together. And the beauty of music production is that compression can make an acoustic guitar just as loud as a thick bass with some full strings. It is excellent, and I'm here for it. So those are the two things I love. You know, if there's one thing I want more of in this track, I think I want an instrumental section. I want, before we swell into this final chorus here, I want to hear this bridge.
I can thrive, no surprise.
And as we whoa, right, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I can't do that. I'm not GlassGarden. So as we swell into that chorus, instead of getting that chorus right there, I want it to swell into the shh, da na 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 na. I want it to just swell into this symphonic blast, maybe for 12 seconds of what we're doing really great with this guitar. I want to take the guitar out of its loop or its groove, and I want to use it to play a solo, essentially, but I want the strings to really fill out the spaces if it's a chorus and the guitar is taking over. I want that guitar to become a character in this track because GlassGarden is phenomenal with his guitar, and we, the people, deserve it. All right, you heard me. That's right. I said we deserve it. In all seriousness, though, as we swell into that final chorus, I actually want an instrumental. I want a break, and then I want it to maybe not swell out, maybe filter out and explode into that final chorus. So this dynamic shift into the final chorus is excellent. It is truly good. But what I think I hear in this song is swell into an instrumental that's a lot like the Hoobastank song, More Than a Memory. They have a song on their album, can't remember which album it was. It's got a fingerprint on the front. But they have a song called More Than a Memory, and that song blends a lot of those rock Hoobastank elements with acoustic elements. And you get to this really great, beautiful instrumental before you come to the ending crescendo of the chorus, where we're just kind of transported by that chorus. I think we have the ability to be transported by this chorus. I just want a little more space between the vocal and the final, let's bring it home. I think that would give us an opportunity to reset ourselves and want that vocal. The whole song, we have excellent vocals all the way through. Oshi, Glass, excellent. Give us a break for about 12 seconds. Allow us to crave the vocal and then give it to us. Bring it back in for that ending. That's the one thing I want more of. This is a phenomenal track. Kagome with GlassGarden by Oshi Kiri and GlassGarden over here on BandLab. Don't forget to jump on over here and follow these guys. They're putting out quality music. I know that Oshi is always dropping phenomenal verses. He's always lifting up other creators on the lab. So make sure that you follow him to not only hear his stuff, but to hear the things that he curates and puts together, especially for your ears, right? If he thinks it's awesome and deserves a share, he's going to do it. He didn't pay me to say that. And GlassGarden, everything he creates is from scratch. He doesn't pull a karaoke track. So when you hear GlassGarden put together an original song, you know that everything's going to be recorded, mixed, mastered by GlassGarden, which is a really cool thing and not something many people can do. Both of these people deserve your time, your clicks, and your streams if this music is your jam. And you know what? While you're over there following Oshi Kiri and GlassGarden, you might as well follow DJTatious on BandLab, YouTube, or wherever you choose to consume your social media. In the meantime, thank you so much for getting your week started by waking up, winding up, and queuing up another excellent BandLab track with me. It has been my pleasure, and I cannot wait to see you next time.